Now, the threat of Ebola grows daily. The US is introducing airport screening for passengers from high-risk countries. And the MOD here is sending 750 British troops to West Africa to fight the disease. But is it time that we here in Britain stepped up precautions? And if it is, what can we do?
Well, we are an island, and I do think that we don't capitalise on that. And we've seen that through the uncontrolled immigration that is a problem in this country anyway, quite apart from Ebola. But as Jim Kim, who is the president of the World Bank, he has said, this has been going on for 11 months, and we just... You know, it's been a catastrophic failure that we have not... This is a containable disease, and the Western world just hasn't woken up to that.
Over there.
Well, precisely.
Now it's going
there's
here.
3,800 deaths now over in Africa. Now, suddenly, because it's in the US, everybody's going, oh, this is a problem, because it's in America. But all this nonsense about, filling out questionnaires. Who's going to put on a questionnaire, yes, I think I've got Ebola, because you think you're going to get taken off into some shed at the airport and, held for 5 days? You're not going to do it. So that's a complete nonsense. And in fact, the guy that died in America, Thomas Duncan, did fill out a questionnaire, and when asked had he been in contact with anyone with Ebola, said no. So I don't think we've got to grips with this, but the secret is just to contain it, to know when it's come in, and for our hospitals and our medics and our paramedics to be geared up to deal with it. Well, they are. They've done it already.
This is a global emergency, and I believe that Cameron will be under great pressure from the US to actually put in some border controls in this country. And the other thing is we have the highest number of people, air passengers arriving in this country from the West African countries involved.
They don't come direct, though.
Well, I mean,
no
the thing is,
flights.
I believe, there's a danger here and say, oh, it's all controlled. It's not controlled at the moment. And the thing is, I believe that everybody has to do whatever they can to try and control it.
Because everything that they come up with, you look at it and you scratch the surface of it, like screening, actually... The screening actually takes there's a 21-day incubation.
21 days, so they could be here. It's just that when it's located, isolate them and be ready for it. And I think we are in this country, so I'm not panicked by this.
I mean, the hospitals now have been told to have emergency systems.
Yeah.
But I think it would be a tragedy if we just wiped it off and said, "Oh, well, let the US do it, and we'll not bother."
No, but it has to be from the point that they're leaving. When they get here, it's almost too late. They've been on a plane full of people who've all got off the plane with them and gone into the country. They have to get them before they leave where they're coming from.
That only endorses my point, that we have to do whatever we can to try and control it.
And I think, Gloria, as well, picking up on that, when you say we, it means I, as an individual. I think every person as an individual, if you're travelling somewhere that you may come into contact with something like this, you have your own personal responsibility, not only to your own health, but to the health of those around you.
It's a big subject, then.
It is.